Hello, welcome to i-nastava. This is an English lesson for the 4th grade of high school. My name is Livija Pribanić and I will be your teacher in the lesson on my impressions. In this lesson, we will focus on your comments on art. And now, please get ready for the lesson. Prepare your notebook and a pen or pencil. Don't forget, whenever you see the pause button in the lesson, it's time to pause the lesson and do a task. Also, you can pause the lesson at any point. Are you ready? Here is the first task. For a light start, here is a question. What is the aim of art? I would like you to write your thoughts into your notebook. Write 3 sentences. In the first sentence, answer the question, what is the aim of art? In the second, give reason why you think that. And in the third, provide an example. Now, pause the lesson and write these 3 sentences in your notebook. For our next activity, we will use the quote by Aristotle. The aim of the art is not to represent the outward appearance of things, but their inward significance. What do you think about the quote? Add your thoughts to your piece of writing. Write down 3 or 4 sentences. Pause the lesson, reread the quote again, and add your ideas. So far, we have shared thoughts and ideas on the purpose of art. Now we will focus on the meaning of art. Here is the link to a video or a QR code. And I would like you to watch the video and compare your ideas to the ideas expressed in the video. While watching, please answer only one question. Who has been debating on the meaning of art for decades? Now pause the lesson, scan the QR code or follow the link. Watch the video and then come back. The answer to our question is, philosopher and art critics have been debating for centuries on the meaning of art. Well done. And now, please watch the same video again. This time, there are 3 questions to be answered. What is intentional fallacy? Why did Knapp and Michaels reject that theory? And according to Carroll, what is the key notion? Watch the video, come back, and we will check the answers together. Let us now check the answers. So, intentional fallacy is the belief that valuing an artist's intention was misguided. Knapp and Michaels rejected the theory of intentional fallacy because they believed that the artist's intentional meaning is the only possible interpretation. And finally, Carroll considers the artist's intention to be the key notion in the understanding of the piece of art. Well done. Let us move on. You have learned from the video that there is no unanimous stand on the question on the meaning of art. What I would like you to do now is reflect on the video and explain in more details which of the theory is closer to your way of thinking on this matter. Add about 60 words to what you have already written down in your notebook. Pause the lesson, write your reflection, and then come back for the next activity. By now you have produced a substantial piece of writing, and that is great. But let us now put theory into practice. In this activity, you will observe a piece of art. Use the link or the QR code. I need to warn you that this piece of art is a bit unusual. Don't brush it off saying, "I don't get it." Give yourself some time and observe it. Ask yourself to stay a little longer. Look a little harder while thinking about this piece of art. I would like you to observe it for a minute, starting now. Okay, our minute is up. Now, don't look at the image anymore. Open your notebooks and write down everything you saw, all that you remember that you saw in this piece of art. Take your time and write down everything you remember. We will continue working on the same piece of art, and this time I would like you to observe again. Take 3 to 5 minutes and pay attention to details. Please time yourself just as I did on the previous activity. So take 3 to 5 minutes and now look closer. Pause the lesson, click on the link, scan the QR code and take 3 to 5 minutes to observe more carefully. If you need more vocabulary to be able to write down the details that you have just discovered, here is the link to a web page where you can find a substantial list of vocabulary used in describing a piece of art. Pause the lesson, use both of these links, and write down the details you have just discovered. Let's make a short recap. So first, you observed the piece of art for a minute and you wrote down all that you saw. Then you observed a bit more carefully and you wrote down all the details that you noticed in the same piece of art. Now I would like you to think about these questions. Ask yourself, what do you think is going on in that piece of art? Does the artist have a message? Write down your ideas. And now it's time to finish up your piece of writing. Please combine your initial thoughts on the purpose of art, your reflection on the meaning of art, and your impressions on the piece of art that we have just worked on. Use this checklist to make sure your writing includes all necessary parts that we covered throughout this lesson. This is the end of our lesson today. I hope you have enjoyed it and that you have discovered a new meaning of art through the activities that we have just finished. Thank you for being with us, and until the next time, bye!